we're heading into the 814. Join with us now, Mr. Matt Price and Hannah Thatcher from the Huntington County Visitors Bureau. Welcome in.
Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you.
You guys are celebrating a pretty big milestone.
We are. It's the 50th anniversary of the dedication of Raystown Lake. Raystown Lake took a long time to build. It was authorized by Congress in 1962. Took about probably 5 to 7 years to acquire the 29,000 acres of land that make up the project. And then they started building the dam in 1968, finished it in October of 1973, and Vice President Gerald Ford came to town on June 6, 1974 to dedicate the dam. This is, we've been celebrating or commemorating, I guess, the anniversary since last October of last year, and we're going throughout the summer this year as the 50th anniversary year.
Yeah, got to kick that off. You brought some old newspaper clippings, and we've got some old photos too of just the time and place of which all this kicked off, which was a big deal.
Yeah, so we have the daily news from the 2 days. So June 6th, 1974 was the day that the dedication happened. So there's kind of a preview of it from the Huntington Daily News, and then the day after they reported on the event, of course, on June 7th. So yeah, it's an exciting time for us.
Well, it's a gem of a place. I mean, even still to this day, people love going, I mean, just recreationally to boat, you know, whatever it is, swim, fish. I mean, there's so many things to do at Raystown Lake, and you guys are kind of the champions of that. We
are. Yeah, the number one thing to do at Raystown Lake is swimming.
Yeah.
So we have 2 public beaches, one at Tapman Run, the bigger one at 7 Points. There's also a private beach at the Lake Raystown Resort. And one of the cool things about the lake is if you boat, you can swim off your boat anywhere, except for like the boat launches and the dock areas. So it's a fun lake to be at. We urge you, especially if you're swimming outside those dedicated swimming areas, to wear a life jacket because it can be deceiving how the distance is, and it's a very deep lake.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, tell me more about that, because this was all, it's man-made, right?
Yes, it is man-made. In 73 is when they finished building, 74 is when they rededicated it, and Hurricane Agnes
filled it even before it was done in 1972. So. Yep.
So I'm sure it's looked a little bit different over the years, but it's huge. What, one of the largest in the state,
so
man-made?
It's the largest that's entirely within Pennsylvania. There are a couple others that are larger that straddle into other states, but it's 8,300 acres of water and then another 21,000 acres of land around the water.
Okay, and you guys are doing a bit of a ceremony too to commemorate this 50th anniversary.
Yeah, so there's going to be an invitation-only ceremony on the 6th. Those invitations have gone out from the Army Corps of Engineers, but then there's a lot more public events going on beyond that. One of the cool things that's going on the 6th itself is we've worked with the post offices in Huntington, Heston, James Creek, Entrican, which is the same post office, and Saxton to do commemorative hand cancellation stamps. So if you want to mail out a package or a letter or a postcard on June 6th, you can have it hand postmarked at one of those post offices.
So June 6th, how did you come up with that exact anniversary? Was that kind of hard to pin down?
So like I said, it took a long time to build the lake. So June 6th is kind of the easy date because that's the date that the Vice President dedicated it.
Okay.
So,
that's what you go with.
Yep.
Hannah, tell me about your role in planning for a big event such as this.
So my role has been very event heavy.
Yeah.
So I've been working with a lot of the different organizations, the resort, the Friends of Raystown Lake, the 7 Points Marina, to plan kind of 10 days of really big events. So some of those are like, there's going to be 2 boat parades, one down at the resort, one up at 7 Points. The Huntington County Historical Society is doing their Night of Huntington History on June 2nd at the Huntington County Fairgrounds. It's going to be all Raystown Lake. And then kind of kicking off June 8th. Yes, June 8th is the Saturday after the rededication is scheduled, and there's just going to be one big birthday party happening that day. So the Corps got a couple things lined up, like that boat parade I mentioned. There's going to be live music, bike parade, hot air balloon rides, weather permitting, hot air balloon rides as well. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a very busy weekend.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then that evening of June 8th is kind of the big celebration. It's going to be a drone and fireworks show. They're visible from 7 Points Beach. So
That's cool. So if you make your way out to Raystown Lake and you're like, what's the party about now? You know why. It's got a party feel. That's really, really exciting. Any other tidbits or information that we should know about, or people would be surprised to know about Raystown?
Yeah, so raystown.org/50 is kind of the home for all of the events and commemorations that are going on. There's also some history stuff. We have the transcript of Vice President Ford's speech from the dedication posted there, and a lot of cool photographs from throughout the history of Raystown Lake. So we're excited about it. There are things going on every day from May 31st to June 9th. So check out that website, and that's where you'll find a lot of that stuff.
I was going to say, this weekend's the big kickoff.
It is.
Memorial Day weekend. That's when everyone makes their way out.
Yep. Yeah. So just like for this weekend, Memorial Day weekend is always a busy weekend. It's always the big kickoff for the lake. Again, if you're swimming, make sure you're wearing your life jacket, especially outside those the beach areas. And also be aware that there's going to be a lot of boat traffic.
Right.
So be patient at the parking areas, be patient at the launches, and have fun this weekend.
Yes, certainly. Thank you both so much. Hannah and Matt, we appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All good information. And we got those details right there on your screen. Of course, we'll have that linked over on our website, WTAJ.com.